All right, let's look at how to multiply decimals. This is going to be what is called the lattice method of multiplying decimals. Now, the reason why I'm doing this lattice method, this is the method that I did not learn when I was going through school. And so I'm thinking that if you need some help with multiplying decimals, that maybe you haven't learned it this way before. And so maybe a new way of learning how to multiply decimals might help. So let's look at multiplying decimals using the lattice method. So I've kind of broken this down into a series of steps. So step one is to set up the lattice with as many columns as digits in the first decimal and as many rows as digits in the second decimal. So what you want to do is, let's look at this first example. So this first example is 23.48 times 4.3. So you can see I've kind of set up a table and I've put the digits 2, 3, 4, 8 across the top in the first row, okay, creating these four columns. And then I've taken the number 4.3 and I've just written 43 down the side, kind of enumerating some rows. Now I've put 43 on the right-hand side, okay, and that'll kind of become apparent as to how I did that before. If you want to kind of see how I would do this, doing this from scratch, what I would do something like this. So draw a horizontal line, put 2, 3, 4, 8, and down the side, I'll put 43, and then kind of make a grid like that, and then draw some diagonal lines through the corners like that. Okay. All right. So you could even put multiplication here if you want to say you're multiplying. All right. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to multiply, step two, multiply each column by each row, putting the result in the intersecting cell. So the first thing we're going to look at is we're going to look at what's 2 times 4. So 2 times 4 is 8. So I'm going to put a 0 and an 8 there. Next, I'm going to look at 3 times 4. And 3 times 4 is 12. Next, I'm going to look at 4 times 4. And 4 times 4 is 16. And now 8 times 4 is 32. Okay, next I'm going to go down one more row and I'm going to look at 2 times 3, which is going to be 6. And then 3 times 3, which is 9. 4 times 3, which is 12. And 8 times 3, which is 24. Okay, that's step 2. So let me rewrite all of these numbers here for step 3. Hopefully I'm correctly transcribing these. And you wouldn't be transcribing these like I'm doing. I'm just doing it for clarity. Okay, step 3 is to sum the numbers along the diagonals. And I would say start on the right. Okay, so what I mean is starting on the right, we're going to start here with this 4. Okay, so 4 by itself, we're just going to be left with 4. Then in the next diagonal, we've got 2, 4, 6. Then in this one, let's see here, we're going to have, here's 9 plus 1 is 10. Then 10 plus 9 is 19. carry the 1. And 1 plus 1 is 2. Plus 2 more is 4. And 4 plus 6 is 10. Carry the 1. And 1 plus 1 is 2. And 2 plus 8 is 10. Carry the 1. And then 1 plus 0 is just 1. All right, so I'm not going to repeat the numbers on the inside. I'll just repeat these numbers here in the diagonals that we just calculated. Now it says in both decimal numbers, count the total number of digits to the right of the decimal point. So that would be the total number of digits in the fractional places. Okay, so when we look at the first number, 23.48, we've got 2 digits here. And in the number 4.3, we have 1 digit here in the fractional place. And so 2 plus 1 digits in the fractional place is 3. So we're going to place the decimal point in front of the third number from the right. So starting here, we're going to go 3 decimal places to the left. So 1, 2, 3. So the answer is going to be 100.964. So 100.964 is the product of 23.48 times 4.3 is equal to 100.964. Okay, so here's a think, pair, share for you to do. Again, using this lattice method, so give it a try. You should end up with an answer of 15.8925. Give that a try.